In this video, I am going to talk about Poisson probability distribution. First, I will define and work on an example using formula, calculator, and Excel. Let's look at this definition here. Poisson probability distribution gives probability of number of events occurring in a fixed interval where these events occur independently with a known constant mean. And these are the common notations and formulas that are used. Mean number of occurrence is this, which is lambda. Probability of x occurrences, px, is given by this formula here, where E is Euler's number and it is equivalent to 2.71828. And x factorial is the product of numbers from 1 to n. Mean equals to lambda, variance is also equals to lambda, and standard deviation is equal to square root of lambda. Now let's look at this example here. It is known that 6 customers visit a store every hour in average. Now we will have to find all these probabilities based on the given scenario. From here, let's see what our lambda is. From here, we know our lambda is 6. Now, let's find the probability that exactly 3 customers visit the store in a 1-hour interval. So for us to find this probability, we know lambda is 6 and x is 3. Now simply we can plug in lambda and x in this formula here, at this one, and find the probability. So plugging in the number, we get P3 equals to, our lambda is 6, so 6, and our x is 3. Then E, our lambda is 6, that's why we have negative 6. And our x factorial, so which is 3 factorial. Now from calculator, this whole thing comes out to be 0.0892. So basically the probability that exactly 3 customers visit the store in a 1-hour interval is this, which is 0.0892. Now let me show you how to get this in a calculator. Now hit second, then hit distributions, then use this arrow key to go all the way down where you'll see Poisson. And we'll be using this Poisson PDF, then hit enter. So here our lambda is 6, that's what we'll enter, and our x value is 3. Now hit enter and hit enter. We got this using calculator, and this is what exactly we got using formula as well. Now let me show you how to find this in Excel. For that, type in equals, then type in POISSON.dist, then put your parentheses. Here our x is 3 and our mean is 6, so type comma 6. Then here we'll be typing false since we are trying to find probability at 3. Then close parentheses, then hit enter. And this is what exactly we found using calculator, using formula, and also using Excel. Let's move on to the next question. Let's try to solve this problem here. Here we are supposed to find the probability that less than 3 customers visit the store in a 1-hour interval. Here we are supposed to find this probability. For this, we can also find probability of 0, probability of 1, and probability of 2, and add those together. Now let's find probability of 0, probability of 1, and probability of 2 using this formula here. So first, let's find probability of 0. So for that, we know lambda is 6. And to find probability of 0, our x is 0. So therefore, substituting the value of lambda and x in the formula, we get P0 equals to 6 to the power 0 e minus 6 over 0 factorial. So this whole thing is equal to 0.00248. Now let's find probability of 1. So again, here in this case, our lambda is 6 and our x is 1. So substituting the value of lambda and x in the given formula, we get probability of 1 equals to 6(1) e to the power minus 6 over 1 factorial. So this is equal to 0.01487. Finally, let's find probability of 2. So for that, again, our lambda is 6 and our x equals to 2. So substituting the value of lambda and x in the given formula, we get probability of 2 equals to this, 6(2) e minus 6 over 2 factorial. And this whole thing is equal to 0.04462. Now, all we need to do is add probabilities of 0, 1, and 2 together. So adding all these together, we get 0.0620. Therefore, the probability that less than 3 customers visit the store in a 1-hour interval is this. Now, let me show you how to do this in a calculator. So for this one here, probability of 0, probability of 1, and probability of 2, we can also write this as this, or we can also write this as this. Now, let me pull up my calculator up on the screen. So let me move this little bit here so that we can see what we just wrote. Now, punch second distribution. Then use this arrow key to go all the way down where you'll see D, this one. Then hit enter. So here we are supposed to enter our lambda, value of lambda, so which is 6 in this case, and our x value is 2. Then hit enter, then hit enter. So we got this using calculator, and this is exactly what we got using formula also. Now let me show you how to find this probability using Excel. For that, type in equals, then type in POISSON dot DIST, then put parentheses. Our x here is 2, then our mean is 6. Then here you'll be typing true. Then close your parentheses, then hit enter. So we got this using Excel, and this is exactly what we got using formula and also using calculator. Now let's move on to the next question. Here we are looking at finding probability of more than 3 customers visit the store in 1-hour interval, which means we are trying to find this. Basically, we are trying to find probability for x equals to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on, infinitely many of them. So it is impossible for us to find all these probabilities Instead, what we can do is to look at complement. Complement of more than 3 is 3 or less. So we find probability of less than or equal to 3 and subtract from 1. What that means is we will find this and subtract this from 1. Let me write that down here. Basically, probability of x greater than 3 equals to 1 minus this probability here. So for this, we can also write probability of 0 plus probability of 1 plus probability of 1 plus probability of 2 plus probability of 3. Now, using this formula here, we can find all these probabilities. So that means probability of 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now, let's do that. Let's find probability of 0. So we know our lambda is 6 and our x is 0. So all we will be doing is replacing those lambda and x in this formula here. So we get now you can put this whole thing in a calculator, and doing that I get this whole term to be this whole thing to be 0.00248. Let's find probability of 1. For this also, we will be using this formula here. Our lambda will be same. Our x will be 1. So now we can put lambda. Now we can substitute values of lambda and x in this equation here. So we get over 1 factorial. Then you can put this whole thing in a calculator. This is 1 here. Now you can put this whole thing in a calculator. So this whole thing comes out to be 0.01487. Let's find probability of 2. Our lambda will be same. Our x will be 2. So we get this by putting values of lambda and x in the formula. So now you can put this whole thing in a calculator. So this whole thing comes out to be 0.04462. Now you can find probability of 3 using the same formula here. I am just going to list the probability. So it will be 0.08924. Now to find this part here, we can add all these probabilities. So let me add that. We get 0.15121. Now we can find the probability that more than 3 customers visit the store in a 1-hour interval. So that would be that would be 1 minus this here, 0.15121. So 1 minus 0.15121 is 0.848. So basically, the probability that more than 3 customers visit the store in a 1-hour interval is 0.848. Now let me show you how to get this probability in a calculator. So for that, we can do 1 minus, go to second distribution, go all the way down to this Poisson CDF, then hit enter. So our lambda is 6. Our x value is 3. Then hit enter, then hit enter. We got this number here, and this is what exactly we got using formula, which is this one. Now let me show you how to get this probability using Excel. Type in equals, type in POISSON dot DIST, then put parentheses. Our x here is 3, then our mean is 6, then comma, type true, then put parentheses. Since we are looking at the cumulative probability up to 3, we are using true. Now close your parentheses, then hit enter. So to find the probability, what you need to do is subtract this probability from 1. So we can do that. Now go up there and select the cell, then hit enter. So this is exactly what we got using formula and also calculator. Now let's look at another problem here. Here we need to find the mean of the distribution, and we know mean is simply lambda. Basically, mean equals to lambda, which is 6. Let's look at another problem here. Here we want to find the variance of the distribution. So using this formula, we know variance is also equal to lambda. So therefore, variance is 6. Finally, let's look at the very last problem. Here we are supposed to find the standard deviation of the distribution. Standard deviation is the square root of variance, which is just lambda. Therefore, now we know lambda is 6. So square root of 6 is 2.45. So this is the standard deviation. Here I have listed all the probabilities, mean, variance, and standard deviation at one place. And we are done. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe our channel. We will be bringing more and more videos on variety of topics.